Greetings, folks. This is Mason Weaver, and today is Saturday, October 2nd, 2021, and we're racing towards hell. And we all know that. We all see it. The world is insane, and those with eyes to see and ears to hear fully recognize it, truly recognize it, and we fret on what to do, how to do it. Some of you know that I lost my wife February 2020, and recovered from that. It was tough and it's difficult, and God had me in His hands and walked me through it. Even before it happened, He walked me through it. So I'm okay. I'm good. But I think about things that marriage taught me. That's my biggest experience in life. It was half my life. So the marriage taught me a lot about life in general, boy, and about women in particular. So I want to share some things. I spent my life not sharing with other people. I'm assuming everybody had the same experience with their wives. I'm assuming everybody had a good marriage, and but there's some things that I want to share, especially with you ladies. But I want you to understand something. What I'm going to say is my opinion, and it may or may not be yours. You may or may not find it valid. I don't know. But I like women. I like relationships. I like being in love, and I just want to share how it worked for me and my experiences with a woman who loved me and trusted me and believed in me and supported me and encouraged me. And it's simple things like, I mean, one day we were going through some financial problems. You may call it a problem. It wasn't a problem. Matter of fact, I forgot what it was. It was, to me, just something that come up and take care of it. But women in general, in general, women are not made for stress. Women stress makes women nervous and upset and frustrated and scared, make them uh, irritable. Stress with a man is something we got to get rid of. We kill it. We kill the stress. Like a bug. A female will see a bug, she jumps up and down. Spider, spider. Man walks over and steps on a spider. Problem gone. We're made that way for a purpose. God made us that way for a purpose. It is not a negative comment. Women think that being a woman is negative. You're supposed to be scared of spiders because your kids are with you someplace. Men can't be scared of spiders because we got things to do in the woods. We got places to go, and we're not going to be doing that. So we're made differently. It's okay. We're made differently. So we had a problem in our finances, and my wife knew about the problem. And I'm quiet and calm because I'm taking care of the problem. She sees the problem, and she sees how the problem's going to affect us and how what's going to happen with this, and maybe this has happened, maybe that happened. She's getting more and more frustrated because you just don't know, you just don't know. And so I'm being calm and cool, and my wife, we were married probably 15 years at the time, and my wife finally she came to me and put her hands on my chest and she said, "I just want you to tell me it's going to be okay." And I said, "Well, of course it's going to be okay." But I had not told her that. I had not told her, I had not communicated to her that I got this. You can stop worrying about this. And it just reminds me, once I said that, she knew it's going to be okay because her husband said it's going to be okay. I had earned, I had earned the right, I had earned the privilege of comforting her with my words because I had been a man of my word. I didn't say that lightly. I didn't say, "Yeah, yeah, it'll be okay, it'll be okay." No, that's you ladies. It'll be okay, it'll be all right, it'll be okay. No, men have to understand how it's going to be okay, why it's going to be okay, what he has to do to prepare to make it okay, and it being okay is his responsibility. So before I told her, yes, yes, of course it's going to be okay. Before I told her that, I have to make doggone sure that it's going to be okay. The worst thing you guys can do to your woman is to say things that you don't do. When you say it, it has to be settled. It has to be okay. It's concluded because my man said it has to be a track record of when you say something, it is confirmed. There should be no doubt. Then she can relax. She can enjoy the pleasures of life. She's supposed to be happy. You cannot tell me you don't know the difference between living in a house with a happy woman and an unhappy woman. That's the difference. But you don't serve her. You don't run around being a servant to make it happy and make it happy. You have to be so protective in your word that your words relax her. And then your relaxation will create in her that female that you're dreaming about, that you're thinking about, but you don't want to give her the the ammunition of knowing what you want. Let her know that your word means something. My wife put her hands on my chest and said, "Thank you. I ain't got to worry about it then." And to me, the problem was not big, but the fact that it worried her, I hadn't thought about how it handled her, the stress. So, ladies, when you first meet a dude, it's important that you establish that really early. Can I believe what he says? Now, I tell my granddaughters, and I live by this: judge someone by what they do, not what they say. What they don't pay attention to their words, pay attention to their actions. We are made to love each other. Men and women are not made to compete against each other. There is no competition. I find today, after dating now for the first time in 50 years, what is going on here? Men are acting like women and women are acting like men. What is going on here? Where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? Where did that come from? You got women with their hands on their hips talking to grown men like they're their children. You watch TV and every TV program has the man weak and stupid, women strong and smart. Every commercial, every situation, every sitcom, the man is stupid and foolish and the woman is strong. I've seen TV cop movies where women are throwing men over tables. And then I see in person women are cops. I remember when cops, they started hiring a lot of female cops back 30 years ago. And they were saying to the public, it's better to have the police officers because we knew that the girls couldn't fight. So there had to be a justification for hiring these women because you couldn't fight. And so they say, well, but see that female, that soft female demeanor, that demeanor that she has, that will de-escalate the situation because she's so gentle and so soft and so nice. Yeah, but we need that. You go into a domestic dispute, and you got that calming force of a police officer makes it better. Oh yeah, it's a great idea. But now those women have come into the police force. Now they're captains and they're sergeants and they're lieutenants and police chiefs now, and they got this little girl attitude. That they're more aggressive animals on the police force. They're more aggressive than the male officers. They're more aggressive than the police dogs. They are just up in your face, and I got it, I got it. You got your training, but you don't have any backup. You don't have any. Nobody's afraid you're gonna beat them up. So it's because we have got to the point now that we have blended the roles that we play in our world. And women are masculine. Ladies, you're too masculine. You got your hands on your hips and you're wrapping your neck around. You're telling folks, can I do? Within 5 minutes of meeting you, are telling me what I can't do. Are you kidding me? We're out of alignment. God said it's not good that the man should be alone. The only time God ever said that in the scripture. And therefore, his next act, because it was not good the man to be alone, the next act, he formed Eve. Your farm drives us crazy because God thought about our goodness as he formed you, ladies. And then he presented Eve to Adam as a gift from God. The first gift God gave man was a woman. So think about this for a second. If God said it's not good that the man should be alone, then it's not good that the man should be alone because God said it. Therefore, it's simply not good. And if God formed a woman for our own goodness, then it's good for us to have a woman. It's good for us to have a woman. So why are we fighting each other so much then? That relationship is under full attack. The relationship between man and woman is under attack. Why? It can only be from the forces who hate God. It can only be from evil. It can only be from Satan. It cannot be from God. He put us together. God put us together for our own good. So, gentlemen, it's time for us to stop accepting that gift our way and start accepting that gift God's way. He didn't make a woman to be your concubine. She's full of pleasure and joy. She's worth more than gold. And she uses it as a weapon, and so do you. But, gentlemen, this is your kingdom. This is your kingdom. And Adam lost his kingdom by how he treated that gift. He watched her sin in that garden, and he did not step in, and he could have. This is your kingdom. Every one of you men, listen to me. Every square foot of ground you stand on is your ground. It's your ground. And if you look at that woman, as fine as she is and as beautiful as she is, knowing how easy it is to seduce her, you know how easy it is. She can be tough and strong. You don't care. I know, you, gentlemen, you do not care about her education, how smart she is. She cares about how smart you are. Your brain is sexy to her. Her brain to you is irrelevant. When you get in the car, we have to stop. We have to stop and back away. Men should be seeking brides. God does not give a grown man girlfriends. We have to at least admit that in our minds. We have to admit God does not give grown men girlfriends. He gives grown men wives. And now if you're going to take a female in your life, knowing that God's going to hold you responsible for everything she does, you, man, would be responsible for everything she does. If you knew that, you would pick women a lot more carefully. If you knew, if my wife was blameless, because the scripture in Ephesians, it gives the analogy, ladies, the analogy. Ladies, this is only an analogy. Ephesians 5 compared the husband to Christ and the wife to church as a comparison, ladies, a comparison. The comparison was Christ died for the church before the church knew him. The husband died for the wife before you do anything for him. The church took Christ's name because he died for them. The church, the wife takes the man's name because he's expected to die for you. The church raises their kids, basically their disciples, the people they bring to the church is raised as Christians under Christ's name. You raise your children under your husband's name because he's prepared to die for you. That makes a family. That's what God did. That's what God did. We got to get back to what God is doing because Satan is telling us all over the news and the movies and songs that that's not workable. That we have to have some situation where the woman and the man got to be a partnership. I don't have a partnership. I don't want you on the battlefield with me. Ladies, you're frustrated because you're out there doing things you don't want the man to do. Thinking when the man see you doing it, he's attracted to you. You want a strong man, so you become strong. You want an intelligent man, so you go to college and get a college degree. You want a man in business, so you go into business. And then you get frustrated that nobody around your office asks you for a date, not a serious date. And here's why. It's not because you're on the battlefield. It's irrelevant to us. You can be PhD, CHP. It doesn't matter to us. It's not a deal breaker. It's not a deal maker. But if you're on the battlefield with me, if you're on the battlefield in my office, on my regiment, on the police force, you become a sister. And sisters are not sexy. Ladies, you're made to be feminine. Men, you're made to be masculine. I don't see how these dudes walk around, these hairdos looking better than their women. Makeup on, little lipstick on men now. Are you out of your mind? And men would do anything to get you in that car. When we put on a dress, put on a dress, get in the car. We don't care. But it's time we stop. Your ladies have to be assured by your voice. When you say something, your women have better understand by the history of you that you mean what you say. What won my deceased wife over? And I'm just passing on my experience. Like I said, this is half my life. So I picked up things. What won her to me was when I found her after 2.5 years of looking for her. I had told her about my 5-year plan of what I was going to do. It was very direct. And this would be happening in 5 years. When I finally found her again after 2.5 years, the first thing that woman asked me, how's your plan? Were you lying to me? Just trying to pick me up? You playing a game like everybody else? You said in 5 years you're going to be doing this. It's now halfway through them 5 years. Where are you with your plan? And when I told her where I was with my plan, years later she said, that's what did it. The fact that I had a goal and I'm heading toward that goal and I'm working toward that goal every day gave her assurance of my ability to take her to that goal too. Your woman has to have confidence in your word, in your word. And ladies, you have to start reading this dude like the mail. The minute he says hello to you, I mean, you don't wait. You don't wait two. I want to see how it happens. I want to see how it goes. You are insane. Stop it. You're made to be seduced. He will lie to you to lie with you. Stop it. Stop playing games with yourself and your body and your children. The man has to earn the respect of what he does, not what he says. Smooth talking is outdated now. Get rid of that mess. Good looking clothes, get rid of that mess. Anybody can buy some clothes. What is he doing with his life, preparing to do something with your life? So I'm seeing it so much out here now. I'm seeing it so much that I just don't understand. I think maybe we need a conversation. That's why I'm inviting you guys to go to my site and get my book, Raunchy Secrets Only Wives Should Know. Raunchy Secrets Only Wives Should Know at GodCommandsSex.com. God commands with an S, sex.com. And try to figure out the disconnect between men and women. If God put us together for our good, it should be effortlessly done. There should be no effort. Should be no strife, no stress, no fight, and no doggone battle. If God put us together, we should be naturally attracted to each other for the goodness of each other. And on behalf of men, I apologize to you ladies who're taking far too advantage of the gift that you are. We're taking far. I mean, you're a good thing for us, and we're taking advantage of it. And that's why you're frustrated. That's why you're cautious. That's why women are sitting down spending 5 and 10 years without a man in their life because all these dogs out here. I understand. It used to be that the men around you guarded you. It used to be that the men around you took this dude for a walk in the woods. But now we're doing the same thing to his daughters that he's doing to our daughters, and so we can't defend you anymore. Plus that, you keep saying you're strong, so we don't have to defend you anymore. So I got a suggestion for you ladies before I sign off and go to my meeting. Find a man that loves you and not trying to make love to you. It used to be uncles and uncles and sons and grandkids and brothers. Now it could be your best friend's husband. You got a good friend whose husband is strong and attentive, and then ask him and her to go out with you on every first date. Make it a double date because you're vulnerable to this man. And let this gentleman friend that you know is treat this lady right. Ask him to read this dude for you. Ask him to calculate his temperament for you. We see things you do not see, and you see things we don't see. But that young man needs to be in the presence of another young man around you that loves you and not try to make love to you. Get 3 or 4 of them and take these dudes out. Because what's going to happen? The player will get nervous and get defensive. Why he got to be with us? Why would? But a real man will recognize another real man and be joyful. He got another dude he can hang with. Go out your heart, lady. Go out your hearts because you cannot win this battle by yourself. Look around you. You are losing the battle. And we are put together by God, and Satan is driving us apart. Let God's will be done, not yours, not Satan's. It's time to stop this. It won't end until we end it. This is Mason. Go to my site, GodCommandsSex.com. Get the book, Raunchy Secrets Only Wives Should Know, and accept our apologies as men for our kingdom and what you're doing in our kingdom. Stay right or be left. Eternity is a long time to be wrong. See you next time.